Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today we are going through another chapter of the Align Your Health book. This week we're talking about toxins, what they are and how to detox. Not necessarily how to detox yet. That'll be next week when we talk about supplementation. But we are going to be talking about toxins. Now, one thing that Dr. BJ does mention in this book is that toxins are literally everywhere and that it's almost impossible to eliminate them from your life. So the best thing that you can really hope for is to minimize them, because when you read this chapter, you'll find out that they're in your air, they're in your water, they're in your food, they're in your household products that you clean your house with, they're in your personal hygiene products, they're pretty much everywhere. So in this chapter, he does a very good job of differentiating what is a toxin and what is something called a toxicant. Now, a toxicant is going to be something that has been added to, say, food or water, some of the products. Most of the things that we encounter are toxicants. Now, the things that are toxins are going to be the things that are more natural to the earth or more natural to nature, the things that you are more familiar with, things like snake venom and, other, flowers or certain mushrooms or things of that nature are going to be more or less for toxins, but we'll keep it just for, for sake of simplicity, we'll just call them all toxins here today. Something interesting that Dr. BJ mentions very early on in this chapter is that within the past few decades, there have been over 100,000 new chemicals that have been introduced into us through our food, water, these other streams that I've already mentioned. And so think about that. That's 100,000 new chemicals that your body, that your immune system has to learn how to deal with and how to get rid of out of the body. And it becomes very taxing. So the job for you is to not necessarily detox your body, but to make it easier for your body and to support your body to do its own natural detoxification processes. Now, sometimes the chemical overload or the toxin load becomes so high that we actually have to do intervention and detox our body, whether it's through food or juicing or some of the other various forms, through flushing, parasite cleanses and that, which are very beneficial. If you've never done that, I would highly encourage you to consider doing some form of detox, especially if you get, say, skin issues, allergies, gut issues, just to name a few. There are a lot of signs and symptoms that you're toxic that we chuck up to just being aging and getting older and, whatever the common excuse is out in society today. But really, if your body's having a symptom, it's a red flag, it's a warning sign that there's something wrong and that you need to help it out. You need to support it a little bit better. So in the back half of this chapter, he talks about isolating the sources. Let's talk about food first. So the more packaged or processed food is, the more toxic it's going to be to your system, because they add chemicals, they add preservatives, it's packaged so that they can have a longer shelf life, and it's essentially toxic to your body. So you want to try to, as we mentioned in the Shop with the Doc video, if you watched that last week, stay to the outside of the shopping or the grocery store when you're shopping, because you want to be picking up whole foods, things without a label, if at all possible, so that you know that you are getting quality nutrition. Organic food is going to be best because it's sprayed with less pesticides. We mentioned the Clean 15 and Dirty Dozen in the Shop with the Doc video last week. Those are the Clean 15 are the fruits and vegetables that are okay to buy conventional. Dirty Dozen are the ones that need to be bought organically. You can get on ewg.org and find that list. It's updated every year. And I would highly encourage you to do that, because that at least gives you a baseline of the things that you need to be buying organically. Next, let's talk about water. Now, water is one of those things. For drinking water, you want to be getting reverse osmosis, or spring water is going to be the very best water that you can buy. But quality is going to definitely be of importance here. You don't want to be drinking tap water, because there are a lot of contaminants and things that are in tap water that they say get cleared out that through processing, but a lot of them are in trace amounts that are safe. So if I had poison here, let's say in this cup, and I said, take a little drink, would you do it? And I say, no, there's just a little bit of poison in here. Okay. Would you do it? Some may, but would you do it every day, day in, day out, and expect it to not have a cumulative effect on your body or your health? I would hope the answer is no. And this is the reason that you got to have quality water, because there are heavy metals. Some people flush prescription medications, and so there's medications that are in our water, chlorine, and other various chemicals that you would not want in your body, that they use for killing bacteria in the water to make it safe for you to drink, but it also gets into your body and it kills the things that you want and that you need. So additionally, going on water, you can get a complete home, reverse osmosis system, but at minimum, you want to have your water tested, find out what's in it, and then be getting quality sources of water to drink for you and your home. Next are personal care products or personal hygiene. Again, we talked about this in the Shop with the Doc video when we got to that section of the store. And you want to be, again, eliminating the toxins here as well. You want to be going with things that have the least amount of chemicals in them, because your skin is the largest detoxifying organ you have. It's actually the largest organ on your body, I should say on your body, because it's not in your body. And about 25% of whatever you put on your skin is absorbed into your skin. So, showering in poor water, that's going to absorb. Lotions, soaps, facial cleaners, makeups, all of these things are going to be toxic. And your bathroom is arguably the most toxic room in your entire house, because you get in the shower, you warm up your skin, it opens up your pores, and then everything that you put on your body then gets more readily absorbed than it would be once you're, say out and about in the world. And so, that's where if you're going to spend some money and try to upgrade, I would start there. Toothpastes, makeups, soaps. He goes all through it in here. Actually, in Appendix E, he has a swap list for food, personal hygiene products, home care, which is actually where we're going next with the household cleaning products. Now, when you open up the cupboard or when you walk down that aisle, you can smell those cleaners. And so, it doesn't necessarily smell like health. They want it to smell clean, but the fact of the matter is those are very toxic. And there's not really a lot of information on the label about what's in them in terms of cleaning, because it's all chemicals. Now they'll put on there about cleaning power or about the scent, but they're not really listing it like they do with food, because they don't have to. So that's why you want to be a little bit more cautious when you're buying home care or home cleaning products. A lot of the doctors in the office and even some of the CAs, they use just vinegar and water to do a lot of the cleaning, or you can even go through like Young Living and get the Thieves cleaner, which is a better cleaner alternative as well. Ammonia, a bleach, some of these harsher cleaners, they're very toxic to your house, to your body, to your family. And I would highly encourage you to find an alternative, especially to bleach when you need to deep clean. Very toxic. Now, something next is in-home air quality. And even in your car, breathing recycled air. We try to keep the air at a constant temperature for us so that we're comfortable in the house, but that also is recycled, and which is bacteria, viruses, these things that are recycled into the air, and then we breathe them. So as much as you can, especially right now during the summer, getting the windows open, getting outside, breathing some fresh air. Speaking of breathing fresh air, okay, let's talk about masks for a second. And now this isn't to, argue whether you should wear one or not, but your body is designed to breathe oxygen. When you cover your face, you're recycling carbon dioxide, which is a waste product of your body. Now, you would never reconsume any other waste product from your body, whether it's sweat, urine, fecal matter. So it's not the best idea to reconsume recycled carbon dioxide. So if you're in somewhere where you have to wear it, okay, as soon as you are somewhere where you're able to take it off, I would highly recommend you do that, because there are a number of reasons to not breathe recycled air. But that's not why this video is here. So we'll talk about that at a different day. So again, minimizing exposure, detoxing. We're going to talk about detoxing and the ways to do that next week with supplementation. But one thing that he does talk about in here is that, and that I want to touch on, is that your toxins are stored in your fat. So if you're somebody who is trying to lose weight and you've hit a plateau, it may be because you need to detox to break through. Now, the reason that the toxins are stored in the fat is so that they do not cause your body harm. The fat is the safest place for them. So as you begin to lose fat, toxins begin to circulate throughout the body. There becomes more toxins, less fat for them to store in. You begin to plateau, and then the body says, hey, we need to put more fat back on so that we have a safe place for these toxins. Hence, weight levels start doing this. So if you're somebody who is having a problem losing weight, plateauing, detoxing could be a very easy way for you to break through to the next level. So hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Next week, as I've already alluded to, we will be talking about supplementation, and I will see you guys then. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Take care. God bless.